if you're watching this video right now, and you're listening to my dulcet tones, then there was something worth talking about. I know Mortal Kombat 1's going to be here, but we're going to see lots of footage of that over the next couple of days. Hopefully there's something for Matthew. There he is. The man that killed E3. Now, just like Bret Hart, E3 screwed E3, you know?
We are in person, and today we've got a look at what's next in video games.
Guess I just have to put on subtitles or whatever in case.
Theater, and it feels so good to be in person with a live fan audience for the first time ever. Welcome, everybody.
Oh, that's true. They never did this with a live audience. Me having been to the Game Awards once live, it was like one of the most miserable experiences ever. I think that's in general for live audiences. It's not very fun for the live audience. It's fun for people at home because all the crap is cut around you. But the time I went to go see the Game Awards back in, I don't even know how many years ago, I was just like bored to tears.
One thing hasn't. There are a lot of great games.
It's good to talk over this bit because
to get you excited about the future. In just a few minutes, we'll see the first extended gameplay of Mortal Kombat 1.
Extended gameplay, like if it's a whole match or two, I'd be excited for that. If it's like an explanation breakdown.
Alan Wake 2, the reveal of Fortnite's next season, and yes,
zero reaction.
We do have a very special grand finale that you're not going to want to miss. That's all I'll say right now. But let's get right to the games.
It's not going to be Power Stone, though.
The first reveal is something you're not expecting, which makes it that much more exciting. Here we go.
All right, you know, wait, Matthew wins. Matthew always wins. Like, fuck Ubisoft, but, you know.
Prince has been kidnapped.
To be fair, this has been rumored for a little while that Ubisoft Montpellier, that made Rayman Origins and stuff, that they've been working on something like this.
We weren't prepared for what was coming next.
That's a cool Prince design.
They weren't prepared for me.
It is very Fortnite-y, it is very Overwatch-y. But look, it's a character action game. That looks sick. It kind of reminds me of that initial game that turned into the Assassin's Creed Chronicles games that Climax Studios were working on, which is just a 2.5D action game. There's a couple of surviving screenshots of. Or this could even be Ubisoft Quebec. I'm seeing a lot of that Olympus Rising game.
In these times of darkness, hope is the only thing that keeps us fighting. I will fulfill my destiny and save the kingdom.
Lost Crown. We'll see if that gets delayed a shit ton before it gets canceled.
There's a little surprise. Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown is coming in January 2024. A brand new action-adventure platformer in the iconic series with deep combat, some huge boss fights, and of course, incredible platforming, puzzles, and animation, bringing a modern take on the legendary franchise.
Weird that this wasn't revealed at Ubisoft Forward.
All right, let's move along to another iconic video game.
But I suppose there's going to be way more people watching this than the Ubisoft Forward event.
It's time for Mortal Kombat 1.
Good. Getting it right out and early.
Keep you waiting on this one. It has been 4 years since MK11. And
love this logo, by the way. It's just neat. Orange and blue, that's new.
MK yet that reboots the series into a new era timeline. And it's coming this September. Everyone has been asking, what does it look like? Who's on the roster? How do the
It's
new
going to look like
cameo
Mortal
fighters
Kombat
work?
11, Jeff.
Well, now it is time for combat. No spoilers, but this video is literally insane. Here is an extended first look.
It's literally
at the story,
insane.
Gameplay, and yes, of course, the fatalities.
Ooh, fatalities. Hey, you know, Jeff is just, he knows what we like. Okay, Kung Lao sucks at first.
I have had enough.
That's kind of funny.
Then go before I put you down. Fight.
Yeah, it looks like Mortal Kombat 11. Sick stage though, like a bar restaurant, like in Chinatown. That's pretty fun. But yeah, no HUD, no health bars.
Worthy of joining us. Come. There are other
They're
challenges
super young. They're even younger than the initial trailer.
It's my family blade.
Sento's mine, and I won't give it up without a fight.
It's Johnny Cage. Oh, look at Johnny's stage! Yo! But it's like Mortal Kombat 2 Sub-Zero. I like that camera angle. I like Johnny's model.
Okay, let's go back to one here. Who are you again?
Lord Liu Kang, protector of Earthrealm, god of fire.
So yeah, it is a different looking Johnny, just the same voice. And there's classic Jax, like MK2 Jax. God, these stages are gorgeous. Wow, there's a lot of air combat. Oh shit.
You have skills, Raiden, but you're inexperienced.
Whatever experience I lack, I make up for in heart.
It's weird. And just classic MK1 Sonya and Kano.
If your disease becomes known, you will be banished.
She has a disease.
What's best for you?
Or do you secretly covet my throne?
So she is the queen or princess or whatever. A lot of people are putting that theory around. Goro is just here. Is this literally going to be everyone is here, but, you know, separated into the cameos? So yeah, he just brought in Mortal Kombat 2 Kung Lao. That's crazy. Cool. The combat just looked a bit crazier than MK11's to me. Like, it looked like it was all over the place. Like a lot of aerial combat options and stuff.
I mean, that was pretty good, right, guys?
But at the same time, that was exactly what I expected.
You have many questions about what we just saw, and to tell you more, I am so honored to
Here's
welcome
Ed
Summer
Beasy,
Game Fest, one of our industry's greatest creators, a man who has been loyal to the same franchise and fan base for more than 3 decades. Please join me in welcoming to Summer Game Fest the creator of Mortal Kombat, Ed Boon!
Co-creator, I would say, but you know, Jeff can be expected to know every single thing.
Congratulations. They love you. All right, well, Ed, first of all, thank you for that incredible world premiere. We got to see all of the gameplay of MK1, and everyone just wants to know more about this, because first of all, this is it's MK1, right? It went from 11 to 1, so tell us about this. Is it a new timeline?
Yeah. I don't know how many people have seen the ending of Mortal Kombat 11. Liu Kang basically was kind of graduated into like a fire guy.
Graduated.
Right? He created a brand new universe, and this universe, this is why we're calling it Mortal Kombat 1, is because this is the beginning of a new timeline. A number of these
and they didn't want to just call it
seen
Mortal
before,
Kombat,
told
so
in a completely different story, and so. Sub-Zero and Scorpion are brothers now. All these things that were rivalries before are now allies, and so mixing the whole thing up. So we're just kind of rebooting.
I know some people are probably not going to like that, but I personally do. I think that's fun. Gives them creative license to do something different while not really having to justify it. It's a new timeline. Oh, okay.
Cameos, because we saw some pretty amazing stuff there. Now, so tell us, how does that work? You have your sort of your main, character that you'll pick, and then I know you also have a separate kind of cameo.
Oh, is this like the new
sort of a pair
versus screen? Oh, nice.
In a fighting game, you'll
Kenshi,
see a roster,
Katana,
basically, where you select your character.
Liu Kang.
After you do that, there's a second roster of characters which are a whole new, completely different fighters that are
strikers.
These fighters actually,
so Jax,
they will join
Sonya.
the fight, but
a lot of blank squares there.
Yeah, so it's kind of like imagine yourself with Sub-Zero, but you have some of Jack's moves, and you can call him out. You can do it multiple times, as you saw in the gameplay. You know, so you can.
We just want to reuse the models we made in MK11, the young models.
Fighters, and that's where you see. That's where the player's kind of imagination comes in, and they can actually customize it for what they like seeing. You know, the best team ups.
Well, so how does that work? So you're in
oh my god, that was such a sick transition to the stage. That was during the load.
It's not a tag team thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you're basically summoning them. It's just one button push is basically summoning.
There's the HUD.
So you can go, push that.
Okay, it's not got the defense or offense thing from MK11, which is good.
Combination.
Oh, I see. So you can bring them in a combo. Almost.
Exactly, exactly. And you see, there's like a meter up on top, which is basic. That'll limit it, so you can't obviously fire them indefinitely, but you can call them pretty much whenever you want.
And it's like a cooldown meter.
Combo, they'll have
I see it.
Basically a whole arsenal of their moves. So Sonya, you saw come out there.
Breakers.
Sometimes you'll see them appear twice in there.
So time-based, they come out, and then obviously as you go through, you revealed some of them there, but is it a different set of characters that'll be in the cameos? Are there some repeats from the main roster? How will that work?
Yeah. Some of the characters are going to be available as cameos as well as the main roster fighters. You can play Sub-Zero with Sub-Zero, right?
We were debating that on the last episode of TKO.
A lot of our cameo fighters are kind of like nods back to our first game. So you'll notice Sonya and Kano and Jax are in their kind of older costumes. And so there's a lot of that novelty. We have a lot of like really surprise ones. I think you guys saw Goro.
Yes, Goro
was in there.
Yes,
yeah.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of like kind of really digging into the old Mortal Kombat games as far as getting.
I mean, this is a heaven for me. Can I have I can have all my jobber losers from the PS2 era
to the old games.
Well, speaking of not the old games, let's talk. You confirmed, I think, or it's at least known that Jean-Claude Van Damme is actually going to be in this game as
Van Damme.
Right? Is that true?
Yes.
That was people don't know the story. I mean, Bloodsport was such an inspiration for Mortal Kombat, so he finally is now part of it.
It's a huge first full circle moment.
They already had Stallone and Schwarzenegger, so
Van Damme, the video game, and that never really worked out. So I can't tell you how many times over the last 30 years we've tried to get him. We were this close, like 4 or 5 times, and so finally we got him, and he's doing the voices too.
Wow.
So you're going to hear Jean-Claude, his voice doing Johnny Cage lines and stuff like that. We're really excited about it.
Wow. Well, I know the team has been working so hard in Chicago to build this through COVID, and it's coming out in September, so we don't have to wait long, right?
That's right. This has been a very difficult secret to keep over the last 4 years, and so but we could not be more excited in terms of getting players' hands on it. And throughout the summer, we're going to be showing a lot more content, a lot more.
Yeah, because it's only like 3 or 4 months away, like 3 months away.
Amazing. Well, Ed, thank you so much.
Like they're going to have to cram a lot in there, which I guess is better than like, I don't know, the KOF 15 thing of like legit feed you 2 or 3 characters over the course of like 2 years. Agonizing almost. So
excited about that one. All right, next up, it's been a fun couple weeks for action RPG fans with the release of Diablo 4, which is truly fantastic.
Has it though?
Another big and anticipated ARPG is Path of Exile 2 from Grinding Gear Games.
I don't know what this is, so I'll just talk about Mortal Kombat.
Since its release in 2013. We haven't seen anything on the sequel in over 2 years.
Yeah, no.
Just
that jab on Diablo 4 is like literally. I'm just going by my timeline. I'm just going by my circle of people that I know. Like literally, no one talking about it to me. That's just my personal experience. Of course, it's all Street Fighter 6, but I'm sure that varies from person to person. I don't know anything about Path of Exile, but this looks fine, I guess. But a lot of action RPGs to me just kind of look really similar. Like if you told me this was Diablo 4, I'd be like, I'd say yes. I don't know, but so yeah, don't really have much to say about it. But yeah, I've talked to Ed a couple times in Twitter DMs, just here and there, about various little things. He's watched what happened episodes here and there, which is pretty cool. And he is really a cool guy. Like Yes, he is a massive online troll and trolls everything with pretty much everything he says. But it's crazy to be even speaking to him to just a little bit. You know, after 30 years of consuming games that he's worked on. And it must be a lot to work on the same franchise for 30 years, you know? So I'm glad that they're at least able to still make Mortal Kombat while making silly, weird, random changes because it helps keeps things fresh. Street Fighter 6.
Well, the team at Capcom has an important update to share with you right now.
Is it reducing the amount of time needed to grind? To get... Wait, what? Sorry? Are there gonna be Robo-Skin updates? What is this shit?
I am the advanced artificial intelligence.
What is happening?
To Bikitoa.
What? Oh my god. It's just Exoprimal DLC. Okay. I was really excited for a second. I thought they were putting fucking stupid ass robot skins in Street Fighter 6. Yeah, it's just for Exoprimal. Okay. I mean, that helps piggyback off the success of it. I'm not super jazzed about Exoprimal, but
probably wasn't on your bingo card for today's show. That Street Fighter Cross Exoprimal collab will launch in the fall with the game coming out on July.
And I assume that means there'll be some type of skins in Street Fighter 6, maybe.
Collaboration on the show today.
Okay.
Check this out.
All right, Jeff. I'll check it out.
There's nothing more powerful than
oh my god, it's the Dead by Daylight fucking Nicolas Cage shit.
Fabric of reality.
Gotta tell Cramptina about this.
Everything you may think you know.
Yeah, so it's the same trailer we'd seen before, so.
That's right. Nicolas Cage is coming to Dead by
But
Daylight
what?
in July. I mean, I don't know how these things happen.
But they didn't say in what guise. Is he a killer? Is he the new narrator?
Right to the source.
Okay, good. Please. Wait, what?
Bold creative choices have earned him an Academy Award and a few memes on the internet across more than 4 decades of incredible films. Please join me in welcoming to Summer Game Fest,
Castor Troy. I mean, Sean Archer. It looks good. Yeah. Oh, this fucking song I hear on loop.
Thank you.
Every day.
Nick, I gotta say, welcome to the
Jeff has no idea. Jeff,
wow, yeah.
Nicolas Cage has no idea what's happening here.
Invited to your very, very cool club, everybody.
Finally, I mean, I gotta say, this is such a crazy, unexpected collaboration. I gotta understand, how did this come about? I mean, some people be like, oh, maybe he'll show up in Fortnite, maybe he'll be in a Hideo Kojima game, but Dead by Daylight, I mean, how does this happen?
Well, it's a museum of horror, right?
Yes.
And when I make movies, one of my favorite genres is horror.
Mandy's super good.
And in that genre, there's a character, a murderous ghost named Sadako, who I think is amazing. And she made an appearance in this game, so that was good enough for me.
Okay.
Oh, wow. He loves The Ring that much.
In this game, and it's cool that, you know, it really is this museum of horror. Michael Myers, you said all these different characters all coming together. And you play yourself, or who do you play? So
I play this heightened, exaggerated version of a film actor named Nick Cage. And he's going to a location thinking he's making a movie, and instead he wakes up in the fog. And in the fog, he's surrounded by crows and serial killers, and it's rather amusing.
He's going to be a
and
survivor?
There's something about it that I think, as a survivor, is like a bonding experience. It's a bit like hide and go seek. You have your 3 other teammates who are survivors with you, and it's teamwork. You're working together.
And he knows. He knows what he's saying here. I'm surprised.
That was a large reason for wanting to do it as well. That feeling of bonding with your friends.
And you're fully in for this. I know we heard your voice in there, so you recorded lines for it and everything.
See, I want you to know when you're playing the Nick Cage Survivor, I even have, when you're choosing your skins, I even say, always remember to dress.
Can you get a Castor Troy skin?
I want you to know that you're with me, that we're one, that we're fused. And so it was important to me that everything I do, everything I say, from the scream to the grunt, down to the most minimal, exasperated expression of a sigh, whatever it is, it's my voice, so that we are fused.
All right. Fully method, Nick Cage. I love it. I mean, this is so fun. This game, as you said, is such an awesome kind of, collaboration with so many different characters. For you, I mean, how did you find out about Dead by Daylight? Do you know much about the video game
Somebody
world?
very important in my family is a Dead by Daylight enthusiast,
Okay.
and that really put the hook in, ha, pun intended.
Look at this guy, what a showman.
See, Dead by Daylight to me was an opportunity to branch out. I've never been invited into this space before.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for new adventures.
I bet
So this to me
Ed
was like, wow,
Boone
I
contacted
can
him to
make
be
a
in
whole
Mortal
new
Kombat at
audience,
some
make a whole
point.
new
I bet
audience
you.
and branch out and go on this Dead by Daylight adventure. I didn't say, it took me nothing but a split second to say yes. And speaking about split seconds, what, excuse me, what I noticed, excuse me, sinuses, allergies. What I noticed was that every move you make when you're doing this, when you're in the gaming space, it's timed down to the split second. It's a very immersive experience.
Is
when
he
you're
announcing
acting
a new
out in
split
this space, 'cause
second?
Every move, every grunt, every sigh you make has to be timed perfectly with the gamer's moves. So that was something that I learned from this, and I'm always looking to learn something.
Well, we love having you in the video game world. We want to see Nick Cage in more games. Thank
you. Thanks, guys.
Nick, thank you so much. Hopefully the first of many. Nicolas Cage, great to see you, man. Awesome. There you go. Lock it in.
Where's my money? Shouting to someone
The chapter officially comes out on
behind
July
the back.
25th on PC and console, but PC players can try
So at
it
least
earlier
it's
by
nice that they
downloading the
confirm
player
he's a
test build
survivor. It's still
on
like
July
pretty
5th.
vague.
And here's an exclusive first look at Nicolas Cage.
Nice,
in Dead by
okay.
Daylight.
But he should have a killer, right? Every survivor gets paired with a new killer. Oh my god, look at him. Ridiculous. Crime Tina's found her new main. Whoa, that was jerky animation on the killer there. It was weird. I wonder what his powers will be. So weird. Like, who would he actually fight against? The Cheddar Goblin from Mandy or some shit? Like a horror icon?
Goes here at Summer
Who's he
Games.
fought?
Right. Thank you very much, Nick. Now, lately we've been seeing an incredible number of video game adaptations.
The
Back
dude
in
that stole his
2019,
pig in the
Witcher
movie
on
Pig?
Netflix, inspired by the Witcher book series, showed the potential of well-done adaptations. And later this month, Season 3, Volume 1 arrives, and now it's time for the world premiere of the trailer, introduced by Henry Cavill and the cast.
Okay. I didn't particularly like Season 2, so I don't have the highest hopes for Season 3.
Be sure to tune into The Witcher Season 3, Volume 1 debut.
They left that in. Okay, that's funny, I guess. Haha.
Only on Netflix.
Get ready to watch the world premiere of our brand new trailer for Season 3 of The Witcher.
Thanks for tuning in to the Summer Games Fest and enjoy the trailer.
It's really weird to have to promo for a show that you like vehemently disagreed with the showrunners because you want the show to be more like the books, and the showrunners don't care and just want to do whatever they want. So I don't know. A polite applause from the crowd. Has it sound on Wake 2? What is this now? No. Oh, this is a Witch Haven? Witchfire? God, this thing is being developed forever. Like, this team is taking their time with this. I've seen so many updates and what they want to do. They wanted to make it like an FPS, and then it was something different, and then it's a strange little game, but I am intrigued by it. Like, I'm both overcomplicating and undercomplicating this, but if anyone's been following this game, you'll know what I mean. Early access launch. Jeez, okay. Yo, is that funny guy on TikTok?
01. Operation Control clears you for engagement.
I forget his name on TikTok, but this dude's made some hilarious videos. Some VR thing. Okay.
Let's go.
Sure. Okay, I'll never remember this ever again. Sure, whatever you say. Gun game, you know, that's okay. Alright, this is essentially an ad. I'm assuming Jeff needs his ads in there. That's fair. You need to make some money off this. This is Remnant. Remnant 2. So no one has convinced me yet to play Remnant 1 beforehand. I really don't know if it's something I'll like because I'm still confused about what it is. It's like a Dark Souls-like, but with guns, but it's an online persistent world with multiplayer. I don't know, like every game. I've seen some monster designs and some cool shit like that where I'm like, that looks cool.
You sure?
But when I see squads together, I don't know. My eyes kind of glaze over a little bit. But as you can see, world design and monster design is kind of cool. It's a little all over the place, but like I do believe you can play it in single player, but it's still primarily designed to be a co-op, like only experience. And I kind of thought it was something, the first one would continue for a while. It seemed like that type of game, but then they're like, oh no, we're doing Remnant 2. I think a little bit of it is like, I just want this gunfire here. I just want them to make another Darksiders. But that's the selfishness in me. I just want the thing that I'm familiar with, obviously. I have no idea how long this is. I think this is an hour long. Who knows?
All right, we have much more Summer Game Fest to come, including a
so much summer,
of Alan Wake
so
2,
much Game Fest,
the world premiere of the new season of Fortnite, Call of Duty Season 4, and maybe a few more surprises for you. As we go through today's reveals, use the hashtag gaming on TikTok to react to the news.
Yeah, that's probably why they had that TikTok creator in there.
Live on TikTok, Twitch, YouTube, and other platforms. For those of you on Twitch, we also have a special Warframe Twitch drop, a free
if none of you are complaining about horrible changes Twitch makes on the daily, you're streaming on there right now.
Another legendary gaming hero is set to return later this year in a brand new game built from the ground up in a style that I think is going to get this fan base and longtime fans of video games very excited. Here's another Summer Game Fest global game announcement. New thrills with a classic feel.
Okay. It's actually going to be a new Sonic? That's kind of crazy. Maybe it's just like Sonic Generations remastered or some shit. Okay. Like, could this be what the Sonic Mania team has been making for like 1,000 years? I say it with an all new look, but I'm getting obviously Sonic 4 vibes a little bit from it, or the 2D sections from Sonic Generations. It's still neat though. Wasn't expecting any new Sonic anything for the longest time, and DLC for what's the name of the console game that me and Liam played? I don't even remember what it was called. Sonic Frontiers. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't expecting anything like new. Oh, that looks like a cool level though. I will be interested to see if they make it clear who's developing this. Because if it's Sonic Team, I'll be less enthusiastic. Sonic Superstars. And then also just says Sega. So yeah, we don't know. Oh geez, there's a poll. Now that's neat. That's neat.
How about that? A new standard for 2D classic Sonic that's bound to appeal to new and legacy fans alike. This past April, Honkai Star Rail launched, and as you're about to see, the game is bringing an
I see this title, this name all the time, Honkai, and I can't stop laughing every time I see it. Having the word honk, like for English speakers, is just weird to me.
This universe had a few more things to do. Don't you get bored running across the map every day?
I just think of Liam telling me about how that one DOA character is called Honkers. Like, I just can't. It's just ingrained in my soul.
Another busy day ahead of us.
Yeah, this is what this looks like.
The tournament's starting. Great. Let me get warmed up. Strike first.
Yeah.
Need a hand? My pleasure. Let's see some sparks fly.
Huh. Never mind. I miscalculated. Can you let me have some fun this time?
I'm sure Liam would be talking a shitload right now, but... And it's like, here's the gameplay, and it's like, it's an RPG, and you're like, okay. You could have led with that. Honkai! So it's a mobile game, and it's being ported to the PS5. Liza P, yo!
The team at NeoWiz, which is coming to Game Pass, PlayStation, and PC this year. Well, if you're wondering exactly when, we have news to share with you on its release with this brand new trailer.
Like, something I think anyone that's got a passing interest in Souls games is like, is this gonna be good? You don't know. Remember they made a live-action Pinocchio movie like 2 years ago, but literally no one remembers it at all? And then they made the really awesome Guillermo del Toro one, which is incredible. So in this game you play, I believe, as Timothy Chalamet, and you just kill shit. You kill these Bioshock enemies. That thing was horrible. Singing in French. Please don't let this be a licensed song. It gets me on every video here on Matt McMuscles Reacts. It's my new channel. Every Matt McMuscles Reacts I do, some Jeff or someone on the marketing team does not make sure that it is these events don't have at least 2 to 3 licensed songs, and then you upload it and then nothing happens, and then after you've uploaded it for a while, then it says, oh, this has 17 licensed songs. That's the coolest shark boat I've ever seen. Well, it's a very different trailer from what they've shown before.
Listen, pal. Nice landing, but let's not make it a habit.
I think this is its Jiminy the Cricket. Official release September 19th. Okay. There's Timothy Chalamet. Oh, demo. Okay. I check that out.
That's right. A demo for Lies of P is now available across PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. Check it out and prepare for the release on September 19th. Now it's time for the reveal of a visually stunning new game based on a classic manga with a story and world created by one of the most celebrated anime artists of all time. This is one of those games that I feel lucky we get to reveal for the first time here at Summer Game Fest. I think you'll be pretty hyped once you see the gameplay, all built in Unreal Engine 5. Here we go.
I think of anime, I think of Unreal Engine 5. No, that doesn't matter in between both. Wait, was this a thing that was announced? Toriyama is involved in this? Yeah, definitely, absolutely, actually. Yeah. It's weird that, like, I know this isn't... there's reasons for this, but it's like when I see Toriyama's art style in a video game now, I just think of Dragon Quest now, and not so much Dragon Ball. Like, I thought this was already announced. Maybe this is like the first gameplay? Like, this song, forget about it. This is fucking me over, this song. Sandland, yeah. I was about to say Desert Punk, but that's something different. Stay tuned. God, I can't believe Bandai Namco stayed with that logo.
Sandland, get ready to become an unlikely hero in an adventure where you don't need to be human to save humanity. That's coming from Bandai Namco, and we're excited to see more of it.
In fact, humans are probably the least equipped to save humanity.
Part of the industry, and one thing that's very important to us at Summer Game Fest is supporting those creators as well. After the live show, stay tuned for Day of the Devs from I'm8bit and Double Fine with some incredible indie game reveals. Now, one of the biggest independent publishers is Annapurna Interactive.
Yeah, Annapurna are doing sick things all the time.
A number of ambitious new projects. Let's see how many you can figure out in this little tease.
I'm not going to tell you the titles. Figure them out. Stray for the Xbox. I'm assuming that's what that's alluding to. I think that was a... Oh, they're going to have a whole showcase. Okay. That one looked cool. Okay, yeah, Neon White probably for other... Yeah, definitely Neon White and Stray to other consoles or platforms, whatever you want to say. Okay, you showed very little there, but this is them saying, hey, we're going to have our own thing. But we're announcing we're having our own thing on this thing.
We'll find out later this month. All right, next, we're stepping into the world of Throne and Liberty, a free-to-play PC and console MMORPG from NCSoft and Amazon Games with an always-changing environment, massive scale, PvPvE, and the ability to transform into creatures to battle across land, sea, and air.
A lot of those words I didn't care, and companies I didn't much care for. Throne and Liberty is a great title, though.
Our guiding star has shattered.
God, remember when Amazon Games announced they were coming out with like 16 games and like one came out and everything else was canceled? The one that they came out, what, New World? Do people still play New World anymore? I know it was hot for a little while. But everything else just canceled. Lots of people put out of work. Like, that really fucked over, that whole deal fucked over Double Helix. That's like one of the worst business moves I've ever seen.
And put down this threat once and for all.
Like, to me, that kind of smacks of, all right, what we got? We don't got much. Okay, just turn into animals. Just anamorph it immediately. Okay, that's our thing? We're turning into animals? Yeah. And it's like a really basic looking eagle. It's not even like a stylized eagle that looks like it's just no, it's just Animorphs. Like, sure. That just seems very bolted on to me. Just going by first impressions here. It should be called Bloody Roar. That's what it should have been called. No, I'm good. Sign up if you like. I'm good. Look at Adam Boys. Is that Adam Boys? It kind of looks like him. No, that's probably not Adam Boys.
I don't have any free Steam decks for you right now, but on June 19th, Steam Next Fest does return, giving fans a chance to try out hundreds of new in-development games. One of them is the free-to-play medieval fantasy sword fighting game Warhaven from Nexon, which lets you transform into supernatural immortals. Here's a new look.
So much Dark Souls armor design. Sure, Warhaven. Yep. I will not remember this.
Hey, this is not...
Why can't I...
Streamers? What is this? Not Gang Beasts. I don't know what this is. I don't know what the streamers are playing. Party Animals. Okay. It's not Gang Beasts. Cool. I'm sure there's tons of people that are super into what that is.
Pilgrims, summer is coming, and with it a lot of cool stuff.
Dying Light's a thing?
Dying Light 2 stay
And then it sucked, I think? Okay. Yeah. This is that thing that everyone wanted, right? You didn't want a new mainline Crash game. You wanted like a multiplayer online spin-off thing. I think that's what most people wanted. Why did it just say Mortal Kombat like that? That was weird. Looked like a standard Mortal Kombat 1 logo. Strange. I still don't know what the Luna is. No one does. You can't convince me this thing exists, whatever it is. Samsung Gaming Up. Sure. Sure.
Welcome back to Summer Game Fest.
Hey, thanks for having me back, Jeff.
Is going to feature playable Ripperoo and Engine, Neo Cortex's right-hand guy in Season 1. Now, it's time to change the topic and descend into madness. Joining me is a guy who was last on stage at the Game Awards 2021 to announce Alan Wake 2.
Okay.
He's come all the way from Finland. Please welcome
Sam Lake.
from Remedy, Sam Lake.
It's not his real name. He's wearing a cool suit. Yeah. Look at this fucking awesome dude.
Good to see you. Looking dapper as always.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we are so excited.
Do the Max Payne face, you bastard.
Alan Wake 2 at the Game Awards. You said 2023. We are in 2023. It's coming this October. And
where's the physical? I don't personally care, but lots of people do care.
15 years since the first Alan Wake. So tell us a bit about
so
what
weird. We will not be releasing a physical version of this major franchise.
Survival horror game. We have two playable characters. It's a 50-50 split between them. They are on their
Like, I was always going to buy this digitally. I very, very rarely buy physical anymore, but that's just me. A lot of people are like, I just seen a lot of people complaining online, like, just why is there no physical version of this? Like, I don't understand. They're saying they wanted to reduce waste. I don't know about that. I think you just wanted to reduce costs.
The second character. Tell us a bit about her. She's in Bright Falls, and she sort of living a narrative.
I hope you guys don't mind me talking over this because it's.
Well,
I'd rather just shut up during the gameplay.
So yes, we have Alan Wake, our title character, of course, trying to escape from the nightmare dimension of the dark place. And then we have Saga, our new hero, FBI agent, coming to the Pacific Northwest small town of Bright Falls, together with her partner, Alex Casey.
Okay. So how and they're somehow linked in some way, right?
They are coming to investigate a series of ritualistic murders.
Okay.
Cool. That's a good start.
The investigation turns into a nightmare when they discover pages of a horror story, maybe written by a certain missing writer.
By the initials AEW.
And this horror story starts to come true around them.
Interesting. So obviously, it's Alan is still going to be playable in the game. You're going to experience his journey, but Saga, this is sort of new character, and there is that sort of link. Tell us a bit about. You said split 50-50. Do they have separate missions?
So Mortal Kombat trailer, they showed it, then they explained stuff later. That's always the better thing to do.
And
instead of awkwardly trying to explain this, but then show gameplay afterwards. But that's just me.
Experience. We are not expecting everybody to do homework if they have not played the original game. This can be enjoyed as is. Saga doesn't know anything about the lore, about the supernatural in this world. She will be going in very quickly. She has to learn to survive. And with that, all the players will be on that journey with her. And then we open up the experience so that you can hop to play Alan Wake in the dark place as he's trying to find his way out. And you can keep on playing as Saga in the Pacific Northwest as the investigation.
I mean, that's a cool split. That's fine. That works.
To switch between them. There are a lot of connection points.
Yes.
And assuming this will not be open world like the first Alan Wake was supposed to be.
Way to play through this. You can choose. You can go on as Alan all the way close to the end, or as Saga, or you can keep hopping between these two sides of it.
Well, you're always so good at kind of telling challenging, interesting narratives in unique ways. I mean, Remedy's always been known for that, and you especially, so we can't wait to see how these stories intertwine, I'm sure, throughout the experience. Today, though, I know you brought with you some gameplay of Saga's adventure. We're just going to see a raw segment of the game, right?
Yeah, raw gameplay for the first time ever. This is early on from the experience.
I was about to say, our game is early on. I'm like, dude, it's coming out like a couple months.
Tell us, what are we going to see?
Supernatural forces of darkness have brought the murder victim, in this case, back to life as a monster. And Saga is outside Bright Falls at Cauldron Lake, trying to...
Cauldron Lake, good place, good Airbnb, I recommend it.
With that, let's take a look at raw, unedited gameplay.
So I guess he did need to explain a little bit if it's not going to be a trailer that's giving an overview of it. It's just like a gameplay sequence. I guess that makes sense, but still would have preferred for that explanation to come after. Damn, that one tree was going nuts. You see that shit? Camera very tight behind her. It's like pretty pulled back in Alan Wake 1, and even Control as well.
Sounds like somebody's home.
And those subs coming in super clutch. My only thing with Alan Wake is, well, I really like the voice acting, the overall story. It's like the game does wear its welcome in terms of gameplay. Like, middle through the game. Like, you're never doing anything much different after a certain point. And the last couple hours is just like a slog of shooting enemies, and it's not the most engrossing thing. The story is what keeps you going. Yeah, Deer Fest. Whoa. Like, I'm not asking for skill trees or something, but I would hope that the gameplay, gunplay, whatever it is, you get new powers and new things every so often. It can just be locked by story. I don't care. But that's like my main concern. It's my main criticism against Alan Wake 1. Still love the game, but are going to have some Duracell batteries we can pick up? That'd be nice. Coffee thermoses? Oh.
The text on the heart is clear enough.
Tattooed heart. That's hardcore.
I knew it would be here. Like I saw it in a dream.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson.
Yeah, and here's the actual trailer that I saw. That was released a few weeks back.
It's for us.
We were all trapped in a horror
Max
story.
Payne was like literally right there. It's still
The horror
crazy.
story wanted us dead.
There's something I'm forgetting. Something important. Something's not right.
Yes, I'm pulling for that. I really hope it's good.
A long time coming, but Alan Wake 2 looks incredible. Thank you to
Still
Sam
can't believe it
for
exists.
that first look at gameplay. Now let's get a first look at the co-op campaign of Warhammer Space Marine 2 from Saber and Focus.
Sorry for those noises.
We're facing a Tyranid splinter fleet. They engaged us on 2 planets, Avarax and Kadaku. I'll be straight with you, Titus. I have my reservations about your reinstatement. There could be questions. Will that be a problem?
Like, I'm really looking forward to this.
My pledge is eternal service. Xenos inbound!
Like, I feel like this is really still a far way off. I'm not even sure it's supposed to come out this year. Kind of don't think it will, but... Oh shit, you see him like jetpacking in space? Up to 3 players.
Care to see who can slay more Xenos for the Chiron? I thought a piece of that statue would offer more sport. Hold them back, damn it!
Didn't know that it had co-op functionality at all. This winter. Okay, so that could still mean next year, like next winter-ish. Yeah, I'm playing that. It's weird to sometimes just go straight into a trailer after something that's so tonally different. With like a little break in between. I think I've seen this before, but its name escapes me. The heavy is the head that wears the crown. That's what this should be called. Yes, Your Grace. That's good. That's a good name. Yeah, I think I might have seen this before, and like screenshots or a trailer somewhere else.
Game. Yes, Your Grace, Snowfall. Now it is time for another
beautiful game. Whatever. Okay.
This one comes from the minds of Saber Interactive, Focus Entertainment, and yes, horror master John Carpenter.
Ooh.
It's a brand new world, a brand new
John
story.
Carpenter.
It looks like a heck of a lot of fun.
He loves to show up and get paid. So I am interested to see. Saber's doing a lot. Saber's like actually a really big studio. Like we just saw their name on Warhammer.
We gotta be ready. Nobody half-asses it this time. Ruby.
That delivery. This is a zombie thing.
On my mark. 5.
Yeah, it's a zombie thing. But John Carpenter, I'll give that. Okay, there's monsters. There's actual monsters. That's fine. John Carpenter's Toxic Commando. Okay, you know, it's super generic, but at the same time, like, I'll play this. You kind of won me over there with that song and John Carpenter's name, obviously. Toxic Commando, oof. That's really close to Toxic Crusaders, just saying. Was it Toxic Commando or was it Commandos? Plural would make more sense since it seems to be a co-op thing. A lot of vehicle shooting. Toxic Commando. Weird, but I kind of like it. It reminds me a little bit of Clive Barker's Jericho, if I'm going to be honest.
Collaboration, John Carpenter and Saber with Toxic Commando. That looks tons of fun. You guys think any of those zombies made it? I don't know. All right. Well, this August brings the long-awaited full 1.0 release of Baldur's Gate 3. And today, a new member is joining the cast. We're about to see the reveal of Lord Enver Gortash, the commander of a mechanical army of Steel Watchers. He's a second antagonist and is voiced by a familiar name.
Sorry, is Baldur's Gate 3 like not a thing? Like, is it something that's in development or did it come out?
Swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them.
Like, is this something that's in early access?
A new age is upon us. Gods
Jason Isaacs.
Those who would stand in our way. A mad dog understands the yank of the leash from the hand of its master, but it cannot be an equal. You can be my equal. There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. They can only break. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth.
Friends, allies, to my side. Let us usher in a new dawn. This city is mine.
I'm not ready to call you enemy. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
August 31st, I guess it is a thing.
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Guess that reveal means something to Baldur's Gate fans. I'm not sure, obviously.
Baldur's Gate 3 is on track, Sven tells me, still for the end of August, and we can't wait to check that out. All right, this fall, Marvel Games and Insomniac are set to bring Spider-Man 2 exclusively to PlayStation 5.
Who the hell is
Sounds like
this
you guys are a
guy?
little hyped, so to tell us more is Brian Intihar, game director.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Yuri Lowenthal for a second. Didn't expect Spider-Man to show up in any guise.
First of all, looks like we have some fancy art behind us. This is this the box?
This is the box art. This
okay.
is,
Jesus, we're still doing this, huh?
I mean, it has 2 on the box for a reason.
Basic
because
renders.
This game features 2 Spider-Man, so we're really excited about
This
it.
guy, though, this guy
Absolutely,
fucking
Peter
loves
Miles,
Spider-Man.
we're so
I trust
excited about
him.
This, experience that you guys are doing with these sort of two characters. We saw some great gameplay at the PlayStation Showcase, but I want to talk about the two
I was pretty impressed by it.
villains, I think, in the game. There may be more.
There are more. There are more out there. I
Two
promise.
main ones, but we have some new art to show of. We obviously Craven. We got the reveal at the PlayStation event. So tell us a bit about him and how he factors in.
Craven's very different from any character we've done. He's not, he's not powered by magic or tech. He's just the best hunter in the world, and he's coming to.
So I did notice that Craven, when they zoomed in on him, he looks quite a bit like how Jason Aaron Taylor, whatever, a guy that's cast to be playing Craven in the Craven movie. I find his face is a little similar. Just saying.
We saw in the gameplay.
Ooh.
Oh, there you go. Good reaction to the art.
I'm glad you're happy.
I don't know how much you're going to tell us about Venom. Is this
Venom is not playable in the base game.
The origin of Eddie Brock Venom, or
it is not Eddie Brock.
Okay.
It is not Eddie Brock.
Okay.
Our goal was to tell an original story, something.
Maybe DLC he'll be playable.
Movies. Yeah, obviously.
Wow.
We love Venom for a reason.
Yeah.
All those things you love about the character are going to be there, but how the story plays out, who is Venom? You have to play the game.
I assume it's Harry Osborn.
Wow. Okay.
You just deconfirmed Eddie Brock. It has to be a character that Peter knows at least a little bit. I'm assuming it's Harry.
Showed at the PlayStation Showcase was how that is going to really impact the gameplay when you're playing as Peter. So tell us a bit about that and how the gameplay is going to be dramatically different.
Yeah, I mean, I think you.
I hope they have some Spider-Verse costumes in there.
The strength and even the transformation of Peter's moves in that gameplay reveal.
Yeah.
We call him the acrobatic improviser, him and Miles, but you can tell there's a lot more strength, a lot more raw power, aggression, which you saw both in the moves and how Peter talks. So it's not just what happens in the game.
Yeah, like when Peter saves that one person and just throws them to the ground, doesn't say shit to them.
Much more of that journey when you play the game.
And I know
fighting Blade
Wolf
Wolf
is also more expansive. You've got Queens, Brooklyn, so even more of sort of
the city is pretty much doubled in size. So it's Manhattan, Queens, Brooklyn, and then
like I feel for everyone that doesn't have a PS5 because now it's exclusive to PS5, unlike Miles and Spider-Man.
Hugely ambitious game.
Spider-Man 1
building over the past few years.
That kind of sucks, but at the same time, you have to move on. Like it's been what 3 years now.
And I think.
They have to move on to developing on exclusively on the new console is what I mean.
Jeff, I know you like exclusives.
Yes.
And I can promise you we are very confident what we're going to tell you right now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a look.
So we got something? What we got? I just can't wait for all the different black costumes that are going to be unlockable. Because Spider-Man 1 had 0. October 20th! Okay, I was kind of still expecting November.
October 20th, Spider-Man 2, exclusively for PlayStation 5.
Got it.
Awesome. Well, Brian, thanks so much for stopping by. I know you got a lot of work to do. Wrapping up the game, and we'll check it out in October. Thanks, Brian.
I can still see Venom being playable in DLC, but not in the base game. They want to
multiplayer open world survival crafting game where you can mysterious creatures.
So yeah, like I totally understand just wanting to. If you start saying like, oh, we have 3 playable characters, it's too much, right?
Look at the Land of the Morning Light, a new expansion to Black Desert Online, which recreates the mythical folktales from Korea's Joseon dynasty.
It's still crazy that the release date was not on the PlayStation Showcase, and they saved that for here, but Jeff calls up everyone in the industry, says, what can you give me? You got to give me something. Because the wolves are at old Jeff's door. Needs some shit. Damn, he wasn't kidding. It's just Pokemon with guns. I've never seen someone lie so little. Actually, I think I've seen this game before. Wasn't this like shown a while back? Sorry, I'm trying to open something here. Yep, that's a weird-ass video game right there. What is this, Black Desert? I don't know. Naraka Blade Point. Hey, Matt McMuscles, we'd like to give you a great new opportunity to advertise Naraka Blade Point. Naraka Blade Point is the newest, and I'm like, delete email. I'm good. No hate on Baraka. No hate on Baraka Blade Point. But yeah, I got no interest. Thanks. When is that monkey game gonna come out? The Journey to the West game that like runs on Unreal Engine 5, and when it was first shown, Unreal Engine 5 was barely a thing yet. Everyone was really impressed, and now it's like 2 or 3 years on, and it still hasn't released. You know which one I'm talking about. The monkey game where you got a staff, and it's like a Dark Souls-ish.
Our story is more than what hobbits and elves know.
Oh god, is this the other Lord of the Rings game made by the developers of Gollum?
We mine and scout across Middle Earth, delving for riches. Yet the greatest
And you got the original actor playing Gimli. That's pretty cool. And is it like a base building game? Like, because then the night comes and all the goblins show up. Tower defense. Not tower defense, but, you know, base defense. Do your preparations during a certain type of day.
Rally together. It's time we took back our home.
Lord of the Rings Return to Moria. North Beach. So it's not. The different developers at the bottom of the screen. So it wasn't Daedalic that made Gollum. I just remember seeing some people saying they're making another Lord of the Rings game, and either theorized or it's true that they have another one that maybe isn't announced yet. I'm not sure if this Return to Moria was announced before, but that's the first time I've seen it personally. So this whole Games of the Summer festival is really not knocking my socks off, but at the same time, it's pretty good. It's weird.
Now we're going to look at an exciting new mobile game from a legendary franchise.
Is it that Commander Keen game? F's for Max in the chat. I guess this is that First Soldier. I forget. Max is so pissed. So pissed that it's mobile. Yeah, you couldn't even tell me what this is supposed to be. Whether this is like a thing that's been announced and I just don't remember it. Square loves their mobile games. And they hate Parasite Eve. It's like going around between like super realistic art style and then like Mies. I thought that was Starkiller for a second. Is this the First Soldier or the Last Soldier? That's the Battle Royale thing. C7 Ever Crisis. Sure. Whatever that's supposed to be.
Registration for Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis has just started, and users will have the chance to participate in an upcoming closed beta test. Now, speaking of Final Fantasy...
Whoa, whoa.
No. Today's
no.
Summer Game Fest, DoorDash has your back. You can get a free burrito when you order from Taco Bell using the code GameFest.
That's pretty sick.
A chance to win a Final Fantasy 16
big ups to Jeff for deflecting there. He knew he had to.
Yeah, we got you. All right. Now here's a look at the game we debuted last year at TGA. Banishers Ghosts of New Eden, the story of two ghost hunters in the haunted wilds of North America.
That was awesome. So this was announced last year. I don't
to the living.
Zero recognition on this. Don't nod, really.
We are banishers. We end suffering for those who live.
Huh.
We bring closure to those who don't.
Oh, it's like a straight up action game. Is this them returning to remember me?
Revenge on what killed me. I want
That looks
to
pretty
live.
cool. Yeah, they announced this last year. I have no clue about it. Okay, so there is narrative choices, at least two.
Death to the dead. Do we kill? To be together again.
So then you have like a physical hunter and then like a ethereal like exorcist or magic user?
Whatever you are, come on, show yourself.
Red.
Every bloody time.
Bash goes to New Eden. Okay, that seems solid. Oh, so that new Yakuza that just kind of leaked, I guess, or was announced. Okay, now I actually want to turn off the subs.
大丈夫か?
お待たせしてしまって。
What a dork. Big dork energy wafting. Already very confused about the timeline of this because he looks kind of young here. But this is just like a straight up action game. It's not the what the shit. So this has to be made by the Judgment team. Because yeah, I think just I'm assuming Judgment's done. Yeah. So this is actually called Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name. Yeah, that really strikes me as the Judgment team being like, okay, let's just put Kazuma in there
Stanley, it is 7:32
as the main playable character.
I hope you have a productive day.
Change username to just Stan.
Adjusting morning wake up. Good morning, just Stan.
Base to capsule 12. Come in. You there, Stan?
Please have some horrible monstrosities in the water, please. That's what Daddy likes.
Definitely a leak here, Tim. How long has it been now?
I think there's a few things more terrifying than like deep sea gigantism and all that. And then what's the fear of? Fear of things that are impossibly large under... I forget the name of it, I always do.
He shouldn't be here. Someone there? This doesn't make sense. Is someone else down here? No.
Maybe it's not that. Maybe it's just ghosts and trauma under the waves. Sure, that seemed interesting. It's the new Endless Ocean by Nintendo.
Incidentally, is World Ocean Day. Fun fact. All right, next, Call of Duty. Well, there's a new Call of Duty coming this fall along with Warzone Mobile.
Okay.
Today we're going to give you the first ever look at Season 4 of Modern Warfare 2 Warzone launching next week. Here's your first look at Vondel, a new Warzone location with points of interest, including a medieval castle, a soccer stadium, and an abandoned zoo. Yep, it's all happening. Check it out. Here you go.
Sorry, I was just having a little bite there. Some guy just got rock bottomed 30 seconds ago, so I perked up for that. It just said The Boys there. And like straight up just said The Boys. Is there The Boys DLC in Call of Duty? I don't know. The last time I played was the Godzilla and Kong thing.
Next week. Today is a big day for video games, but also a huge day for Porsche. The iconic German automaker turns 75 years old today. And to celebrate their contributions in the automotive and gaming space, and we've all raced a 911 in some point at a game, Xbox has teamed up with Porsche for a limited edition run of 75 consoles inspired by 6 famous Porsche race cars.
Oh, wow.
To debut the first design here today, inspired by the
Wow,
Porsche
and
963 that's racing
this is a thing that's
at the 100th
happening,
running
I
of the
guess.
24 hours of Le Mans. Let's take a look.
Like, not to say you can't really enjoy cars and video games, but at the same time, being super into like real life cars and the models and all the years and makes, it just also seems like it doesn't have much crossover from video games, but there must be for both of these companies to come together and say, yeah, this is the thing we want to do. There must be, right? It's got to be market research. Yeah, it's an amazing looking console. So bad. Just white, and they just splashed a bunch of rando colors on it. Looks like an old school popcorn box.
Porsche Xbox Series X. These custom consoles are not for sale, but you can enter for a chance to win one right now at Porsche Xbox.
They're not for sale.
Make sure to stay tuned for the Porsche and Xbox social channels for additional opportunities to get your hands on these special consoles. All right, next. Phoenix Labs are building the next great entry into the cozy farm sim genre. We all like a cozy game inspired by classics.
Yeah, when's
like
Cozy
Animal
Game
Crossing
Fest
and Stardew
happening?
Valley.
It's happening
Previously
later this week, I
announced for
think.
Nintendo Switch, there's now some exciting news for PC players too. Let's take a look at Fae Farm.
Dear friend, life in Azoria's been treating me well. Days pass so quickly.
And then, like, it turns into horror. Please tell me it turns into horror.
It's been a breath of fresh air.
That guy's got it rough.
I think we found a way to get
Oh, he's raining on him? That's gotta be, oof. It's going through it.
But there's something more I've been itching to explore.
Oh, so there's a fantasy land. So it's kind of like horror.
Realms where magic comes to meet us. As long as we're prepared, we can face
There's some monstrosities there.
So, what do you say?
God, that sounded exactly like Pikachu.
So much yet to discover. Are you ready?
Get it now, motherfuckers. Look at everyone in the crowd going nuts.
We promised variety. There it is. Fae Farm and Mortal Kombat in the same show, only at Summer Game Fest. Now, please welcome Ben Brode, Chief Development Officer and flannel enthusiast at Second Dinner, the developers behind the popular collectible card game Marvel Snap. What's up, Ben?
You better be wearing flannel.
Man, you guys have been on fire. Last
Looks
time I
like
saw
it.
you
There
was at
you
the Game
go.
Awards when you won Best Mobile Game.
I've never booted this up. I know a lot of people like it, but I don't know. I just
going on over there, right?
Yeah, it's been exciting. We've been doing a bunch of new features, some
Whoa!
of the wildest cards we've ever made, and some new game modes. Yeah.
Yeah, new game. Is that a segue, Ben?
Certainly, yeah. I'm excited to announce.
He loves his job.
Biggest update ever. We have a new game mode coming next week. It's Conquest mode. It's a great way to get a super competitive experience and some exciting new rewards. But you don't have to wait till next week. If you haven't tried Marvel Snap, go download it right now on your mobile device or early access on Steam.
All right, Ben.
I didn't know it was on Steam. That's weird.
That's you. You're made for YouTube. All right. Well, we heard you brought something fun with you for us to watch, right?
Oh, yeah. So, listen. I am incredible at card games, so I often
I mean,
win.
I'd rather have a developer that like is a bit over the top versus the ones that just kind of mumble and drone on that are clearly not that are clearly the only person that could get up there to talk about whatever.
Sometimes,
like how many like old E3s have you gone to where it's like someone that is not used to talking and especially in front of a crowd, it's like rough, right? So between the two things,
Okay, I don't have
hey, there he is. The funny voice man.
Anyway, let's reveal the first location.
Labuntus 1. Each player destroys their deck.
Okay, I guess I will work with what I have. I'll play Medusa on location number 2.
So when I asked him a couple of years back, hey, do you want to play a Phoenix Wright game with me? And he's like, sure, yeah, whatever. And then I booted up, and he like almost had his hand on the door to leave. He's like, no, you can't do this to me. I'm like, no, this is the Phoenix Wright game we're playing.
Players cannot play 4, 5, or 6 cost cow.
Good times.
Also, if you don't play a card this turn, you have 0 friends.
No, you're just being
Fun that they got Sungwon on there, though.
Still to come, we're going to look at Immortals of Avium from EA Originals and Ascendant, and the world premiere first look at Chapter 4, Season 3 of Fortnite Wilds.
Wow, they're really
looking for the smartest way to level up your gaming this summer.
Really hyping that up. And the 2 or 3 times they've announced that they're going to show this, the crowd is like abjectly
here's a look at King Arthur Legends
zero reaction.
UE5 game for mobile and PC.
But they have to show. They have to show like a Fortnite thing if there's a Fortnite thing to show. You know? Is it the absolute best thing for a presentation like this? Maybe not. In terms of getting a good crowd reaction. But Jeff has no choice in the matter, I assume. A lot of this going on, isn't there?
Fight with honor. Vanquish the wicked. And you
do all of the things.
Your legacy.
It's a safe free-to-play mobile RPG. This is so similar to the other 2 trailers. King Arthur Legends Rise, okay. Yeah, it is a free-to-play mobile thing. Oh, is this the Airship Syndicate thing? Wayfinders? Yeah.
Do you remember the fall?
I tried to get into this just because I like Airship Syndicate and I love Joe Mad. And it has that one, yeah. Has the Autumn Ivy character there. But when the test was running, I just couldn't get into it. I just want to see what it was like, and it's something I'll actually play. I don't think it will be.
And return to us. This world.
Because the game, unfortunately, does have a look that's very, very, very similar to a lot of other games, but I just kind of wanted to support the studio. Get actual early access that everyone can kind of opt into. I'll still try to give that a try, but like, I don't know, I'm still like 50-50 on whether that's something I'm actually gonna enjoy playing. Is this the Fortnite thing? I can't even tell. Is it? I don't know what this is. Okay. Sure.
Steve, seriously, you don't stand a chance.
It's for Conquer the Galaxy. Okay.
Project under construction.
Yeah. Okay.
What did you say, guys? One more game?
Good morning, Scavenger.
Scan your surroundings to retrieve and recycle.
Yeah, just I need a little bit of a break, like in between each trailer. Like they go into them so fast that sometimes I'm not sure where one ends and one begins. For a second there, I was like, is this a different thing?
Captain's log, stardate 43152.4.
Is this that Star Trek game that came out a little while ago?
The fleet is cautiously entering hostile territory, and the crew is standing by.
What happened to that Connect one? There was a Connect one, right? Oh god, the Borg. Yeah. I forgot about the subtitles. Sorry about that. We are in our giant GameCube. We're pissed that the world did not love us. Mobile game.
Hey there, Summer Game Fest 2023. It's Will Arnett.
I could just. This is all. This is the best I could give you. In front of a white wall.
I have been working on this for some time now. We're really excited to share with you Twisted Metal, which is streaming only on Peacock starting July 27th.
Oh yeah, this is a real thing.
Very excited to share a sneak peek of the character of Sweet Tooth, who I had the pleasure of voicing. Hope you enjoy it. Check it out.
This is gonna be fun.
This is still so bizarre to me that this exists. It's just so random.
Sounds like you have trust issues.
I don't know. It is so weird. Like, there's not even a game to promote.
Who hasn't dreamt of duplicating oneself in order to multitask? This new hack and slash game with a tactical twist allows you to do just that. Brought to you from France, here's the world premiere reveal trailer of Lisfunga, the Time Shift Warrior, coming later this year.
Lisfunga, the Time Shift Warrior. Okay. I'm still reeling from that Twisted Metal thing.
Receive my light, Lisfunga.
Can't believe that's a thing. We get that show, we don't get a new game. Okay. Please tell me this is what the game looks like, and when it boots up, it's not just going to be like a Fortnite looking thing.
That's another me. I look good.
Oh.
I rewind. I begin again, but with another me to fight with.
Okay. It's a bit of a roguelike. So you fight with your own ghost of your past moves. That's kind of neat. I'm not sure if games have done that before. That's the first time I've heard of that personally. Like competing against your ghost, sure, but
I will become
that's cool.
And crush these demons.
I just like that storybook looks so much that I kind of wish the game looked like that and not be a more standard art style. But that's still neat. It's a neat one.
Very cool independent game. All right, next up is a brand new IP from Ascendant Studios, a single-player, first-person magic shooter called Immortals of Avium. It's fast and fluid. It's an FPS in a fantasy setting, kind of like Doom with magic.
So I've seen footage of this before, and I honestly don't know what to think about it. Like, this could be kind of cool, but when they say it's a single-player thing, it's like I kind of don't believe them.
High production value, spectacular.
And that it's got a bunch of like, you know how they kind of hid the multiplayer stuff, how it invades the single player of Avengers halfway through the game.
Controls all three forms of magic, triple threat. He's
like, I'm kind of worried about that.
Well, it's the gameplay, as we've seen, is just so fast-paced. There's so much action in it, you know, with all the spells, the spell casting, and the magic. What can you tell us about the story and sort of how this battle mage, Jack, comes in? He sort of becomes a battle
Jack
mage,
the
right?
battle mage. No Jack Garland, though.
I guess
unfortunately,
street rat is what he was. But he, during a time of intense trauma, he summons the power to control magic. Becomes part of the Immortals, which is like the elite Navy SEAL squad of this world called Avium, and they are in the middle of an Everwar fighting for the control of magic.
Okay. You have a great cast. You, Gina Torres in it. Lots of amazing actors in this incredible, really high production
So this isn't made by EA, but EA is funding it. It's like
and I know you brought something
EA Originals or whatever it is. It's like EA's program where EA funded that. What's that hunting game that Tecmo made, but no one remembers?
the Immortals and myself.
I forget what it was called, Wild Hearts or what? Yeah, Wild Hearts, I think.
Top villain of
this
the
is
game,
similar in that EA is just like, we'll throw money at
Everwood.
this.
And it's taking place in like one of the most badass levels of a video game I've
Which
seen.
is
We're battling on top
something.
of
I don't know what. I don't know if we should be excited for that or not.
It's wild. So let's take a look.
All right, let's take a look at some brand new gameplay from.
Because when I hear EA's funding the thing, but they're not making it, I'm just assuming they're going to shut down the studio that made it when it doesn't sell.
Sandrax literally pushed us to the edge. Everyone that can fight.
And unfortunately, you know what this reminds me of? What's that? It's a third-person thing, so it is different. But what was that PS5 game that was Slashy Nights, and that in the game, like, what was it called?
Welcome aboard, Immortal.
Gearbox. Gearbox published it, but they didn't make it. Godfall. Yeah, there's a bit of that in this. I know it's very different. Like I said, this is a magic-based first-person shooter, and Godfall is like this really basic action third-person game with armor, and I don't know what its main gimmick was. I never played it, so not very many people. Like, that weapon looks cool. That looks a little silly.
Got it. Gotta get to the control.
Like, we're on the top of this giant armor man. I don't. That's pretty cool. You got like a magic whip. But it's also got like this Forspoken sort of air to it. Not so much in the gameplay, obviously, because it's very different, but just the world and stuff. It just makes me go, I don't know about this. Like a lot of effects, a lot going on. And I'll probably suck everyone in. Yeah. Yeah, you can definitely see a bit of like Doom 2016 / Doom Eternal. You're stuck in this like little playground shooting people that spawn in. It's just visually like a lot.
I want to be an immortal. I want to fight this war as one of you.
You're what's called a triarch. The Pentasod has gifted you with the ability to manifest all 3 colors of magic.
So you're the Avatar, essentially.
We're only going to win this one together. Sigil up.
Like, this just seems like a good amount of money was spent on it, but like I don't. There's just something off about it where I'm like, I don't know. Hope maybe that'll be good.
Gameplay today, and that game looks incredible. Coming out this summer from Ascendant and EA. Now, one game that constantly reinvents itself is Fortnite, and tomorrow,
finally,
Chapter 4 Season 3 Wilds launches, and today, Summer Game Fest is debuting the cinematic trailer to preview the season. The center of the island has collapsed, revealing a vast hidden jungle with ancient secrets.
Just please put characters in it that'll force Max to play it. He keeps weaseling out of it every time.
Here we go.
He keeps weaseling out of it due to technicalities. Like, he's like, oh yeah, they added this character that I love, but it doesn't have the specific costume, so I'm not going to play it. So we all strive to make Max uncomfortable and do things he doesn't want to do. But this is the one thing he keeps weaseling out of it. It's really disappointing, honestly. Like, you need to put Strider, Capcom needs to put Strider in it, or Namco needs to put Siegfried in it. Like, that seems to be the thing, the triggers, right? Like, most Street Fighter characters, he's not budging. And it's rough, man. Like, when they put Ellen Ripley in, I thought for sure. And he's like, nope. Okay, fair enough, but... Yeah. Like, what's a movie that's coming out this summer while they're going to be in Fortnite? So I'll give you little baby Optimus Prime armor. Because you can't actually be Optimus Prime because he's too big. Which is like fair. What are you supposed to do? It's just dinosaurs, and I mean, I guess dinosaurs have enough connection with Transformers. I guess that makes sense.
Launches tomorrow. Finally, guys,
sound really excited.
It's time to get to our grand finale, and it is a deep honor for me to present this game. What you're about to see is a world premiere trailer that gives us a new look at an expansive world we can't wait to explore again.
I'm assuming it's Armored Core.
This game comes from a studio that surprised the world and redefined the RPG genre with its iconic characters and rich storytelling. And I want to thank them for this trailer for one of gaming's most anticipated upcoming releases. The rumors were true.
Okay, well no, then it's not Armored Core.
Still here at the scene of this
Okay, so just Final Fantasy VII Part 2.
Swept through sectors 0, 1, and 2. Amidst the wreckage of the expressway, search and rescue operations are already in progress.
I'm sure Max is very happy that he obviously for Mortal Kombat, but this is like what he actually cares about. And I love how they trolled him a bit with that RPG, that mobile thing.
It's so green. Even after everything we've done to it, it's still going strong.
It may look that way.
Even after everything we've done to it. It's just funny.
I was wondering, what's Cloud been doing these past 5 years? Where's he been?
And you're asking me this?
This is gonna sound crazy, but as far as I know,
Let's ride my chocobos.
never in Nibelheim 5 years ago.
That's the only line I know from it.
The life stream. It is the very essence of our star. The blood coursing through its planetary veins.
According to Hojo,
That seems pretty far along.
to Sephiroth. Shadows of the Mad, I believe he called them.
Sephiroth was in Midgard. We fought him. Whatever happened, he's alive.
But why come back now? After 5 years, doing who knows what.
Well now, think we woke it up.
Yeah, I didn't finish the remake Part 1. I maybe got like 10-15 hours and I was kind of enjoying it. I just dropped it.
Feast your eyes on the Turk's latest and greatest.
You know, me not having much nostalgia to Final Fantasy VII. I've only played at a couple of friends' houses. Did not have an N64 back then. I was kind of like, yeah, this is cool. This is fine. I know lots of people had lots of problems with all the things that changed, especially in story and stuff. So, you know, obviously my perspective is not the same. But I am of the opinion that if you're going to remake a game, you've got to do a bunch of shit that's different, because then, therefore, it doesn't really need to exist that much if you're going to do a one-to-one thing. That's why I think I enjoyed Resident Evil 4 so much. Because there was so much that was different.
She's a monster. That she can peer inside you, into the very depths of your soul. That she can become those you hate, those you fear, those you love.
You murdered my dad. You burned my village.
You know that I killed her. So, who is she?
Just looks silly, her attacking him wearing a cowboy hat is all. Early 2024 on 2 discs.
There you have it.
Jesus.
That was Final Fantasy VII Rebirth
2
coming
discs.
early 2024 to PlayStation 5. Nomura-san, thank you so much. All right. That's going to do it for Summer Game
I mean, really, that is a very big get.
That is not the end
For Jeff here. We should all be very impressed that he's able to convince them. I thought Armored Core, just because he has such a relationship with FromSoft and is able to get trailers from them, but I don't think Armored Core, as cool as it looks like, I don't think Armored Core is going to be their big get at the end, you know? Considering we already saw a very extensive trailer not even too long ago.
This summer, later this summer on August 22nd for Gamescom opening night live in Germany. And again in December when we come.
But yeah, I was happy with this overall. I didn't have a horrible time. Prince of Persia, obviously a highlight. Mortal Kombat 1 looked good, obviously. And nice little bonuses thrown in. But yeah, I mean, not nearly has the amount of big titles that usually the Game Awards has. But you know, it is what it is. I really don't think this replaces E3, the hype of classic E3s, but, you know, it's all we have right now, I guess. I might do a reaction to the Capcom event that's happening on Monday. We'll see that. At the very least, we'll be doing impressions of that over on Triple KO. So yeah, Summer Games Fest, it is a thing that exists.